Pocosin Baptist Church. There's 4 things you need to know for this coming weekend at PBC. Number 1, Friday night at 7 p.m. is an Operation Christmas Child packing party. Come and help us prepare shoeboxes filled with goodies that are going to go to children all over the world. And these kids are going to receive not only some gifts, but most importantly, they're going to hear the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Be a part of that this Friday night at 7 o'clock at the PBC gym. Saturday at 6 o'clock for the PBC men. There'll be another men's group up event, and men are going to be gathering together, eating together, and spending some time talking about how we can encourage each other as we seek to lead our homes in worship. Number 3, on Sunday morning in our normal worship gathering, we will be tackling what has been considered by many to be the most confusing passage in the entire New Testament, if not the entire Bible. One scholar said there were no less than 180 different ways to interpret this single passage of Scripture. It's 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 18 to 22. We can kind of trace Peter's big idea in the passage. He's talking about the suffering of Christ, the resurrection of Christ, and then he concludes with the ascension of Christ. But along the way, Peter talks about spirits in prison, and Jesus preaching to those spirits, and Noah, and the flood, and baptism, which is like the story of Noah, and in some sense, baptism is saving us. And what in the world is Peter talking about? That's our passage for Sunday. The great reformer Martin Luther, who usually was no stranger to confidently speaking about any topic, said that this is a strange text and certainly a more obscure passage than any other passage in the New Testament. I still do not know for sure what the apostle meant. And later he said, I cannot understand and I cannot explain it, and there has been no one who has explained it. So I want to be careful to not be a fool who rushes in where Martin Luther feared to tread, but I do want us to tackle this passage, and I hope to show you along the way a model for how we can handle difficult, confusing passages of Scripture, okay? The big idea from our passage is that no matter what happens, even in suffering, Jesus wins. He's victorious, and as exiles, we're victorious too if our faith is in Him. But it's going to be a great journey. You want to be a part of it this Sunday during our main worship service at 10:30. And then number 4, finally, Sunday night at 6 p.m., we have a members meeting. These meetings are incredibly important to the life of our church. This is kind of behind the scenes, under the hood stuff. And this is one of the key ways where you, PBC member, where you fulfill your calling as a member of this body. Okay? So if you just want to be, in our worship services and just attend, that's great. We love you. We're glad that you are with us. But if you want to be a member, we encourage you. Membership is more than just attending. Membership is committing and being involved. And part of what that involvement looks like is being present at a members meeting. So we strongly encourage you. We only do these 4 times a year as a general rule, unless there's some exception. We encourage you to be a part of these meetings if you call Pocosin Baptist Church your church. Okay? All right. All that's coming up this weekend at PBC, and we strongly encourage you to be a part of it and see what God does. Take care.